yeah. Many thanks to Fergie. Many thanks to Fergie. Doing his thing every week, 11 to 1. 1 till 3, baby. It's Fabio. This is how we do. This is how we flex. Big dog style tonight. I don't know, for some reason it seems like a long time since I've done a show. It does seem like a really long time, you know. And, you know, like a week's a long time in football. And, I've really noticed my producer's not around tonight, Andy. Oh, God, yeah, he supports West Ham, I just remembered, yeah. He does well not to be around tonight. Anyway, got a lot of things on the show tonight. We've got a lot of things. A lot to go through. We've got interviews. We have got some of the best music on the planet. Kicked off the show with a track entitled Vital Organ. I want to send that one out to DJ Carter. Also to Raph. Cliff. All the real cats. It's Fabio Radio 1. This is how we do. This is how we flex. Next 2 hours. Got competitions. We've got the Mighty 5 rollers. We have got... Send me emails. And we've got London Electricity. Tony Coleman. He's in the house. And we're talking to the man himself in around 40 minutes. It's all happening, it's all good, it's all Fabio.
Stop, hold inside the zone. Welcome to the Liquid Funk Show. Fabio on Radio 1. Radio 1.
A reality.
cold. Welcome to the Liquid Funk Show. Fabio on Radio 1. Fabio on Radio
1. Feeling so sad.
Yeah, feel the sunsets. Drumsound, bad tune. As I said before, we have got Tony Coleman from London Electricity in the house, and anyone who attended the marvellous gig at Jazz Caf last week really blew a lot of people away, and done a lot for drum and bass. For real. So we're going to be speaking to Tony in around 20 minutes time. We've also got competitions. I might be doing a little mix later, I don't know. Talking football, of course, because you know, I can't blow my trumpet at the moment because Tottenham really, aren't they? Finished 10th, not great, but you know, conceding 9 goals in their last 2 games. But we're still in the Premiership though, do you know what I mean? We'll be talking about that a little bit later. You know, some of my real biggest friends, greatest friends are Hammers, so I can't really stick it as much as I really want to, but later on I might do. So we've got a lot of things going on, some excellent new music, and this is one of them. Big shout to all the Swerve crew. Big shout to Bailey. Do you know sometimes you get one of them nights? Yeah? On Wednesday, I had one of them nights. I'll tell you about it later. It got so messy on Wednesday, it's incredible. But trying to bring the sunshine out, that's my job today. Big shout going out to Gerard from Bristol. Now linking up with the Full Cycle Clipz. It's Fabio, it's Radio 1, this is how we do. We're functioning Friday night, 1 till 3, baby.
Try to make a little space for yourself. Can't you let you find what you're looking for?
Welcome to the Liquid Funk Show, Fabio on Radio 1.
Tomorrow, what type of life are we living? Murderation, raping and killing and sin.
Exclusive from the dynamic sounds of the Fabio.
Nothing about tomorrow. What type of life are we living? Murderation, raping and killing and sin.
causing real worries on the dance floor. Track entitled Sign. Send that one out to Bobby and Niall. You know you'll be feeling that. Gonna get a little piece of that off to you very, very soon. We have got Tony Coleman from London Electricity coming up after the next track. We'll be waxing lyrical. We're going to be talking about past, present and future, and we've got a lot to rap about. Also going to be playing a few tracks from the excellent Dillinja, the Gravy album. I tell you what, album worthwhile, getting a lot of props out there. Big, big, big album. So we're going to be talking to Tony straight after the next track. Still got competitions galore. We have got the Mighty 5 Rollers. We've got 6 of the best. We've got your emails, and you got me. I'll tell you something, you know. Arsenal really don't want to lose on Saturday. They don't want to lose tomorrow, you know. Trust me. They do not want to lose tomorrow. Oh, man. It's a bit sad, you know, like you go through the whole year just discussing football and it just kind of comes to an end. It's got the FA Cup, which no one really cares about no more, really, do they? You know, I mean, it's not really, you're not bristling with excitement over the FA Cup. And it's just gone. But get back to DIY and things like that. Do you know what I mean? It's not the same really though, is it? Really ain't the same. No World Cup, no nothing. But we have got Tony straight after this from London Electricity's up in the place. Still got some killers to play. Lots of great, great new music around. And, lots of good new artists as well. A lot of very musical, but still edgy. That's what I'm feeling. Big shout going out to Paul. Paul from back in the day. We go way back, trust me. It's Fabio. Tony, listen, I do this once a show, man. You know, I just do. I can't even pronounce my own name half the time. It's Fabio's Radio 1. This is how we do. track entitled 10 Million Years. Bad tune. Send that one out to Sarah, also to Cassia. To little Fabio, who I know is going to be up in Justin Timberlake on Sunday. Oh my dear. As a lot of kids will be. They were like, do you want to come over there? I was like, you know what? I like Justin, don't get me wrong. Crime of the River, heavy tune, but I don't think I want to be standing there. You get my drift. Ain't really me. Screaming kids and, oh no, please leave me out. But it's all good. Big shout going out to the Camilleries and to Stas and to Nat and everybody concerned. Right. Up in the piece, we have got Tony Coleman from one half of London Electricity, or the main man on the musical side anyway. The mighty Tony Coleman is in the house. What's up, T?
You alright, mate?
Yeah. I ain't too bad, man. How are you keeping, man?
Yeah, pretty good. A little bit hectic at the moment, but bearing up.
You tired, yeah?
Yeah, just all those live gigs, you know, it's like, it takes it out of you.
Well, I tell you what, of course it was last Tuesday at the Jazz Cafe. You done is that your first live London gig, yeah?
That's the first live London show, yeah. It's our third show and all that was, yeah.
And at the notoriously difficult Jazz Cafe, because I'm sure you've been Jazz Cafe before, and it can be really quiet in there. If they don't get into it, it's so in your face, you can be in real trouble.
Yeah,
you guys absolutely blew the place apart. Did you, before, when you got up there and you look on there and everyone's just right in front of you, how did you feel?
Well, what it is, it's the walk down the stairs, because to get onto the Jazz Cafe, you go across this balcony and down these really steep stairs, and as you come down, if it's full, which it was on Tuesday, you can see everybody there just looking up at you. And you're like, there's two things that go through my mind. One is like, I don't want to kind of trip and fall down the stairs. And the other is, can they see my gut as I'm coming down the stairs? Do you know what I mean? So I'm holding my stomach in and I'm walking down the stairs, and then we're on stage and we started, and it's like, and it all went off. It was nice.
But the great thing about performing, whether it's live or even DJ, no matter how nervous you feel, the first song eases the nerves, doesn't it? Once you get into it, and you're just with the flow, and you guys, it seemed like you guys were in the zone. But anyway, listen, we're going to take it back. Well, a good few years before, and
easy now.
Yeah, maybe to the early 40s, but no joke. But like school days, what was you feeling when you was at school? Was you a glam rock man, or?
I was, it was all about heavy rock from the Midlands 1970s style. I'm talking like Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath. I'm talking like proper kind of grimy business.
Really, yeah?
Yeah.
So was you the man? Was you kind of like, had all the albums?
Yeah.
Did you ever see any of these guys play?
Yeah, I did. I saw Led Zeppelin's last ever UK gig, which was at Nebworth.
Heavy.
And 1978, it was absolutely wicked. They played for 3.5 hours, and they smashed it.
Wicked, man. I tell you what, them rock bands. You know what? I saw. I'd done a thing in Rio, and I tell you what, they had all the big bands there. AC/DC smashed it. I tell you the vibe, the way they tore this place apart. I just had utter respect for these guys, man, because these guys have been on the road for years. And they just knew how to do it, man. They had thousands of people and absolutely smashed it. So, and I know Zeppelin and Sabbath, they were heavy, man.
Yeah, totally. They were, man. They were. Then you had to get the bass lines right as well.
Wicked. So, what happened after that? Did you become a soul boy overnight, or?
It was basically, I was in a disco and Le Freak, Chic. That changed my life, because I hated dance music before I heard that. And overnight, I was like, because I was learning to play the guitar so I could get a girlfriend. I thought if you get in a band, then maybe I'll get a girlfriend. You know what I mean?
That's the one.
And like, my mum wouldn't buy me an electric guitar, so I had to build my own. And I was in the disco. Le Freak came on, and that little chuggy guitar line at the beginning, jing jing, and that was like, right, yeah, this is all over.
This is me.
Yeah, totally.
So was you the archetypal soul man? Was you like going out to the weekenders, or was it?
I didn't have white socks, no.
No?
No.
You just kept it local, kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I was a bit confused, because at that point I was into lots of different things. I was still into my rock. and I was also into punk.
Okay.
I was into like bands like XTC, you know, The Clash and stuff like that. And then I was also discovering kind of like African drumming and all sorts of different kinds of music as well. So I was totally confused, and I still am, to be honest, Fabio.
Yeah, but it's great though. I went through a stage where, I think most British youth did, where they was listening to a bit of punk. I remember XTC Making Plans for Nigel. That was a bad tune.
Yeah.
And the Rider, he's a man who's heavily into punk rock. But then, at the same time, I was into my soul music. I was into reggae and stuff like that as well. Do you know what I mean?
It was all about John Peel as well. It was all about the dub on John Peel.
Hey, trust me,
Studio One.
He was the man. People tend to forget that. He really was the man.
He was the only source of quality underground music at that time.
And he still is one of the only people that, you listen to, you can hear anything on his show. Total respect. Yeah. Anyway, listen, we're going to play the first track from the album, a track called To Be Me.
Yep.
How did this come about?
This was like, this is one of those ones, it's kind of, I don't know, I was just kind of feeling like you're driving in California, there's like a sunset, and you're in an open top car, and it's just like, it's a feel good tune,
Wicked,
things
man.
are good.
It's one of them kind of breezy kind of.
Yeah.
Did you do this live, this track?
No, we didn't.
You didn't do it live, man?
No, not yet.
This is set up to get done live, man.
Yeah.
Wicked track. From the excellent album, The $1 Billion Gravy. Going to be asking you about that name as well.
Yeah.
Lovely name. And track from the album, To Be Me. Excellent album. Getting wicked reviews, and deservedly so. In the house with me, Tony Coleman. It's Fabio, it's Radio 1.
I
Excellent track from the album $1 Billion Gravy. How did you come up with that name, T?
It was one of those really random moments. After I made the track, I didn't know what to call it, and then I was driving up to Cambridge with Chris, and I was playing $1 Billion Babies by Alice Cooper.
Right,
back to my childhood again. And at that time, it was like everyone was going, yeah, it's all gravy, man. Couldn't say all good anymore. It was like, I put the two together, and I liked saying it, $1 Billion Gravy, so that was the name of that tune. And then, like, when we were deciding what to call the album, we just thought, because, like, everyone's going to war now, and the war's all about $1 billion.
Yeah, for sure.
It's all about the oil, and it was like, $1 Billion Gravy, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, it was really apt. It did seem really kind of like, poignant at the time, you know, and yeah, man, listen, we're going to go to the late 80s now, because what I was, when I first met you, I was really surprised that you had, you was around in them days making music and under the guise of Is It?
So were you, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I was a veteran then, Tony. I was a veteran then, but you done a track called Is It, yeah?
A track called Stories.
Stories by Is It,
yeah.
Which was it was a big lyric tune as well, that tune.
It was like a come down anthem, if there is such a thing. Do you know what I mean? It got played at the end of raves in 88 and 89, and it was one of those tunes. It was like a half tempo thing, but it had this Jackanory voice, Are You Sitting Comfortably, and all of that. And it was the first record we ever made, as Is It. It was like it was a cover of a rare groove tune by the Chaka Chaz.
Yeah, called Jungle.
Well, they did Stories and Jungle Fever that both sounded very similar at the time. Right,
yeah. And it was one of them tunes that were played in kind of like soul clubs, in lyric clubs, and bad tune, man.
That's what ignited my passion for running my own label, to be honest. That, it was like, it was nice and lucky that the first tune we ever did and we released ourselves took off like that.
So did you get signed to a label? What happened to the band? Did you get signed up, or was it...
Got signed up and
The Usual Story, was it?
Yeah, signed up and messed about by a certain major and a couple of indies as well. So it was good education right early on in my career, definitely.
Well, I think it's great to go through that and come out unscathed to a point, because I think you've got to go through that. Because, when you're young and someone dangles that carrot, man, it's very enticing. So, I don't ever blame anyone for going to the majors, but it's usually the same old story.
You got to do it with your eyes open, and you got to make sure that when it all goes wrong, you've got your own thing.
For sure. Definitely.
You learn from it, man. You learn from it big time.
So what happened then? Did you go into the, did you split up, or was you still in bands? And
Is It lasted about 4 or 5 years. I mean, Is It finished in 95, and we became like a really well-known live band and touring the world and stuff. Did 3 albums. What, on acid, was it acid jazz kind of thing? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it became known as acid jazz, yeah.
Okay.
Street funk, street soul. That's what we like to call it.
Yeah.
And it was only 95 when I went on holiday to the Philippines and to Australia, and I bought Timeless at the airport, and it totally changed my world. That was another one. It was like, Chic before, and then Goldie, 1995. Yeah. Totally like, whoa. It's like, I've been living in Tottenham since the late 80s, and all my mates were making hardcore and rave, but I was touring and doing this live thing.
Of course.
And it was like, Timeless joined the dots for me,
Timeless was it's still one of the great dance albums, really.
Yeah, it really is.
I think Goldie really...
Man, let's do this. Let's start again. We changed our names, man. We changed everything. We changed our phone number. We were like, right, this is it. This is what we're going to do. We don't want anyone to know it's us from the old days.
For sure.
So, London Electricity and Hospital were born.
And what was the first tune you done? Was it Songs in the Key of Knife, or was you just kind of playing around?
The very first tune was by the Peter Nice trio, a tune called Harp of Gold.
Yeah, Peter Nice trio. I did not know that was you.
That was me and Chris and this guy called Oscar, and we were like, and the whole point was...
God, I did not know that.
Yeah, it was a jungle tune, but...
I remember that tune, man.
Based around a harp loop, which then was quite radical. Now you can do that stuff, but then it was like, we had all sorts of funny kind of shot returns on that tune. People saying it was like gay jungle and stuff like that, and it's a good laugh, man. I'm telling you. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I know. There was a time a lot of people were talking about bum and bass and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that time. I'm glad them days are over, actually. But, so then Songs in the Key of Knife as well. I remember DJ Lee giving that to me.
Right.
And he said to me, Fab, you're really going to be into this tune. It's like, and I thought that Songs in the Key of Knife, very kind of clever play on words,
Yeah.
Let's see where these guys are coming from. And, heavy tune.
That was the one that really kind of like that put us into drum and bass properly. We'd been like on the periphery,
for sure,
and that brought us into the mainstream. And to be honest, that was a tune that I put my heart and soul into that tune. I put everything into it over Christmas. It was like, you know, sort of 3 weeks solid. I didn't see my family or anything. It was, you know, just on a roll with that one.
Serious.
And it was make or break. I knew that had something special, but we just thought, like, if people aren't in this, then you know, we're going to go and make country and western. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one of them ones.
Yeah.
And what did you get? It was out there. Was it slow to get feedback on the track?
No, it happened pretty quickly.
Yeah.
You know, I remember the first time I played it was finished it, flew to Tokyo, dropped it in Blue in Tokyo, playing there with UFO. Place just went off, played it off that there. And came back and then gave it to Lee because he was working over at Vinyl at the time.
Right. Yeah.
And he was like, this is running.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So,
well, he played it down Swerve and I just grabbed it off the decks and nicked it, ran off of it. So he's just not getting this back. And I said, who done it? And he went, some guys, London. He said London Hospital. I was like, great name. And then for ages I didn't know what was going on. And then what was the next tune you pulled out?
Pull the Plug.
Pull the Plug.
Yeah.
Heavy tune.
Another one.
Yeah, bad tune. Anyway, listen, we've come all the way round to playing the next tune from the album, and it's one of my faves from the album, I've got to say. Fast soul music, lovely tune. What was the story behind, was it just one of the a little roller, or...?
It was like, obviously it's got Leanne Carroll on vocals, and it's kind of, she's just kind of doing ad-libs on it, basically, and it's cutting up the ad-libs, and the whole vibe on this is very much the whole concept of fast soul music, and it's as simple as that, and it's just got, it's my little flavours, the orchestral arrangements, and the little minimalist vibes in there. You know?
You know what, it's quite similar as well to that wicked, so underrated Nighting Sawney remix you done.
Sunset thing.
Yeah, which I was so pissed off the way certain factions dealt with that. I thought that was really poorly dealt with because I thought that was such a good tune. And this has got that same kind of lovely, kind of summery kind of vibe to it, man. But, and he's done this live as well.
Yeah, we did. We do a jam at the end of the set based on this. Yeah,
heavy. Right, from the album, $1 Billion Gravy, track 2, or it's track 3, Fast Soul Music. Big shout going out to Chris as well.
Big time.
Chris Goss.
Come on, mate. Sorry about the hammers.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about that, but hey.
Love you, mate.
Fast Soul Music. When's the album been released?
It's out on the 26th of May.
And so the live gigs, the live thing.
Yeah.
How did that come about? When did you decide, you know what, let's go back, let's do this thing live, man?
I didn't decide that, man. You did. It's all your fault.
Oh, yeah, all right. It's news to me. Carry on.
Last year you asked us to come and do a live radio session, and I was totally against doing a live show because I didn't think that we could do it well enough. And like that opportunity came up, and we just thought, let's just do it. Do you know what I mean? So we had about 3 rehearsals, and then we did the session for you. It was rough around the edges, but I knew
that there was something there.
That.
Yeah.
And really, it was just a question of, right, let's do it properly now. Do you know what I mean? So that's how we got to this point. And,
but you know, from the phase from doing the live radio thing to now,
yeah.
You know, as you said, it was rough. Sounded great, but it was you know, a little bit rough around the edges.
It was on the edge.
Yeah, and everything's been so cleaned up since then.
Yeah.
Is that hard work or just an
awful lot of rehearsal and planning, and just kind of the main thing with this live show, which I don't think anyone's done with drum and bass before, is to free ourselves up so that there's nothing that holds us down. We can speed up and slow down. There's no kind of click, there's no playback from a sequencer or anything like that. You know, there's no DATs or anything. So and it was really all about finding the right drummer, and the jungle drummer is the only man for the job. You know, he's like Billy Cobham. If Billy Cobham had grown up as a junglist, he would play like the jungle drummer.
For real.
He's totally unbelievable.
He kept up.
He's funny as well, man. One day you're going to interview him and he will crack you up. Believe. It's all over in the tour bus, I'm telling you.
Wicked.
And then it was really about me and Landslide finding out how we can play all our samples live without any kind of and it's all the filtered loops. You know, how do you do that and be able to adjust the tempo according to the energy from the audience? So we kind of messed around and found new techniques for that. And then it's just the vocals. You know, then it's all about Leanne Carroll with Stamina and Robert Owens, and me kind of squawking away on backing vocals as well. And it's like 4-part vocal harmonies over drum and bass. You know. Was you surprised at the reaction you got at the Jazz Cafe? I was overwhelmed, to be honest, and it went so much better than I could have dreamed of 2 months ago, you know. And obviously it's been this thing in my mind, we're going to play the Jazz Cafe, we're going to play the Jazz Cafe, oh dear, we're going to play the Jazz Cafe. It could all go tits up, but as it was, I think we smashed it. You know what, as well, I think, you know, the guys was telling me you'd done Scotland before, it was crazy. London is the most difficult place to play. It really is. It's the most critical crowd. It is, and you know, we've seen it, and we've seen it, done it. Oh yeah, I've been Jazz Cafe about 100 times. I've seen Roy Ayers here, I've seen, you know, Norman Connors here. Yeah. So, you know, yeah, and I'll tell you something, man. It was one of them nights. It was a Tuesday night. I was really tired. I'd done Newcastle, I'd done Bristol, I'd done Poole, I'd done Southampton that weekend, and I was really knackered. And I was like, you know what? Respect to them, man, but I'm going to stay halfway through the set, and I'm going. I'm so knackered. I really need to go home. And I tell you what, by the end of that night, it was just like, I was just neat. I just had a little brandy and coke. And I tell you what, man, it was on fire in there. And the buzz in there, the vibe in there, no one left. No one would even dare leave, man. Wicked. You know, when Robert Owens came on the stage, and then all the harmonies at the end with you, Leanne, and Stamina. And then when you done the, you came back for more. Yeah. Came back down. And I'll tell you what, man, I haven't seen that in a drum and bass thing, not that kind of. And the great thing is there was a building of excitement. It started off, everyone was kind of like, how's this going to be? Yeah. Everyone was a little bit apprehensive at first, and by the end, man, you just got everyone in the palm of your hands, and I could see you was having real fun with that as well. I love it, man. I love it on stage, and I love being with this band, because individually, you know, we've got Jungle, we've got Andy on bass, we've got Landslide, and individually, everyone's at the top of their respective part of their profession, and together, we've just got this kind of, it's just that magic that you hear about and you hope that you're going to get in a band, and we've got it in droves, you know. It's just like, it's wicked going on stage, because I know that we'll smash it wherever we go. For sure. We've had, you know, enough people coming up to us and saying, look, we've never seen anything like that before. Well, I've had emails here really saying, you know, people that, you know, jumped out of the drum and bass scene 4 or 5 years ago, came to that, and they're back Wicked.
They're back, man.
That's
and
wicked.
I defy anyone to go to this gig and be critical, because it really, you know, the Jazz Cafe as well, acoustically, is very difficult.
Yeah.
And the sound wasn't great in there. The sound wasn't great. But I think collectively that the whole soul came out of that, and
that's what it's all about. I mean, you know, when I sat down with the band and we started rehearsing, I said, look, we have got to be able to smash it on the worst sound system in the most adverse conditions, and we've still got to blow people away. That's how it's going to be. And that's the target that we set, you know, and so
excellent.
Hope we can achieve that.
So what's the future hold here? What's going to be happening?
Well,
'cause we haven't even spoken about the label. We're really running out of time, but
yeah, we're doing a live session on Radio 1. It's broadcast next Thursday on One World, so I want people to know about that one.
And what time is that? What time is that?
It's going to be on at, what's that, 12? Wicked. 12 o'clock,
okay.
Thursday night. The future for Hospital. We've got the debut from our new signing, Scientific, tune called 90.
Wicked.
That's going to be dropping in June.
Yeah. I'm going to draw that for you a little bit later, actually.
Wicked. We got the Basement track, long awaited.
Yeah, man. What is the deal with that? Is that cool now? Everything's ready to go on now?
It's all done, man. Yeah, we've got a new vocal on there with the wonderful Terry, and she smashed it on the vocal on that tune. So
lovely,
yeah, it's coming out in July. We've got the Outpatients compilation, which is our our two-step future breakbeat compilation, dropping at the end of June.
Busy, man.
We've got a man like Newtone coming on board for Hospital.
For real.
Hospitality.
Real
excited. Smash it. You're down at Hospitality, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, man.
Looking forward to that, definitely. So, all guns blazing, man.
Is that going to be EP for now, or you're going to be looking to bust the album out, or?
We want, with Dan, it's really a case of being quite ambitious, and we're not rushing into an album.
Of course,
it's an album deal, but it's really going to be all about building something particularly spectacular for him,
no doubt.
live as well.
Yeah, wicked. He's got that little something.
Totally.
Really, he has definitely got that little something.
Totally.
And what was I going to say? Lincoln. What's the deal with my boy?
Yeah. Well, Lincoln is working on his next album at the moment, and
he's got some.
When he comes down to, because like we try and have meetings, right? We try and bring him into like serious meetings, and you start talking about business, and within 3 minutes he's got his laptop flipped open, and he's played you about 55 different sketches, and they're all wicked, and they're all amazing. So you can't actually talk about anything with Lincoln other than his music, which is the way it should be.
Yeah.
And it's like next level, definitely next level.
Wicked.
It's up there, man. There's ideas there that no one's heard.
No,
before.
I know. I've heard one of the things, and it's just
you've heard Lovesick, innit? Yeah. He hasn't finished it yet, but
he killed me with that, you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's emotion. That's what it's all about. That's what we love.
And yeah, that's what the whole thing's about now. And I think with drum and bass, I think emotionally it's as strong as anything out there.
Yeah.
Anything out there, man. There's tunes that can drive you to tears at the moment.
That's what I'm saying to people. It's like the Calibre's Jaheim remix.
Yeah, man.
That is
incredible stuff.
That's hairs on the back of the neck.
Yeah, man. It really is. And it's just so well done. And it's better than the original. You know. Anyway, listen, this is different drums. This is the last track we're going to play from the album. This is Robert Owens in the house, baby. And killer, epic tune.
It's all about Robert Owens.
You know that.
How can I can't go to work today. Lord, oh Lord, what have I done? I wanna dance to the beat of a different drum.
I've said enough about Robert Owens, you know. I've got nothing else to say about the guy. The different drum. Epic. From the album $1 Billion Gravy. So T, listen, we're gonna do a little competition thing quickly now. And we're gonna give away 5 copies of $1 Billion Gravy. And you're gonna set a question for him.
Which glam rock artist who used to cut the heads off babies on stage inspired the name of the album?
Right, so if you was listening to our interview, if you was listening very carefully, you will know the name of that. And you sent it into... Where's our little bits? Oh, right. My producer's getting on the ball as we speak. But, yeah, so T...
Yeah, mate.
Anyone you want to say hello to before you go?
Yeah, I want to say hello to Chris. And
big shout to Chris.
Massive shout to Chris and Chris's dad. Get well soon, mate.
Okay.
And shouts out to the Tomahawk.
Yeah.
The Landslide, the Contrast, the Scientific, the New Tone, all the hospital family, all the hospitality family. And, thanks for all the support and all of that.
And how's the plastic surgery doing? How's the
plastic surgery series is going from strength to strength.
Really, really doing well in it. That last one was particularly strong.
Yeah, we're just putting the next one together now.
Excellent, man.
It's funny how it works, man. You finish one and then it's like, we've got to get the next one together now.
Yeah, man, it's really deep for this summer, man. You're really going for it, man.
Definitely.
But you know what? You know, at the end of the day, we've got a real deep love for this music, and I think it's so good to see where drum and bass, the way it's progressed in the last year, I think, is a real testament. And it's a testament, you know, to a lot of the labels as well.
Yeah.
That are out there kind of throwing out good music. And, you know, it's a little bit harder for us sometimes. Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, but I think that drum and bass is now, it's reached the stage of hip-hop.
Oh, yeah, for real.
You know, where anything is welcomed, any influence is welcomed into the music, as long as it's fat and as long as it's done right and it's done with the right amount of love and for the right reasons, and it smashes it, then people accept it. And that's what I love about drum and bass, just the openness in the scene.
That's right, man. And
love for it and the knowledge of the people who know their drum and bass.
For real, man. And, you know, that so many people, like yourself, you know, you told the story of, like, you know, here in Timeless. Once you're in, man, you're in.
You're never out.
I don't care what musical background you come from or whatever. Once you're in, and once this music gets you, it's like, it's all over, man. So, you've played a major part in the progression of drum and bass, and listen, best of luck with the live stuff. And your live thing, your next live thing, when's that going to be?
We're going to Germany for 9 dates on the trot, Spinal Tap style in a sleeper. It's going to be grimy, man. It's going to be super grimy. If we're still alive after that, we're going to be playing at Fabric on June the 13th.
Oh, so that's the next London date?
That's the next London date.
Man, I'm going to get a lot of peoples over there, because I've told a lot of people to come, and Fabric, boy, get yourself ready for that.
Yeah, man.
You know, you're going to blow up the spot, man, no doubt.
I hope so.
Yeah, T, listen, it was lovely seeing you.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks very much for having me.
And good luck tonight, and good luck in the future.
Cheers, mate. You too.
Big love, man. See you later.
Bye.
Vision of love, the one I really love.
to the Liquid Funk Show. Fabio on Radio 1.
The details for our competition for $1 billion gravy. If you want to put pen to paper, put it to Fabio, BBC Radio 1, London W1N6AJ. Or you can send your answers by email to fabio@bbc.co.uk and mark the subject gravy. The competition will also be online for the next week, so head to www.bbc.co.uk/radio1. Head to the urban section for more details. And of course the question was, what glam rocker inspired the name for the album $1 Billion Gravy? What glam rocker inspired the name for the album? And they did mention it, so I hope you were listening. Back to the beat, a little thing called Deeper. We've got the Mighty Five Rollers coming up next. Keep it locked, keep it Fabio. Many thanks to Tony for coming in. Remember, catch him live June 13th at Fabric. Well worth going to see. Right, we've got the Mighty Five Rollers coming up. Compiled this week by Chemical, by Black Market, Massive, Eastern Bloc and Drum Bass Arena. Also, if you want to check out the Radio 1 website to hear the Rollers again, www.bbc.co.uk. soundcloud.co.uk/radio1. Right, we got 3 new entries. 1 going up, 1 going down. Let's see what the deal is, baby.
5 Mighty Rollers. Number 5.
Down 4 to 5. Dillinja, this is a warning on Valve. Big shout to my boy Dillinja. The track with Skibbity, it's chart bound, baby.
I'm telling you, I'm showing you, you better stop it. This is a warning. I'm telling you, I'm showing you, you better stop it. This is a warning. I'm telling you, I'm showing you, you better stop it. This is a warning.
Number 4. Who are the Warriors?
Number 4, we got the Distorted Minds, new entry of formation, The Warrior. Track reminds me of the Groove Rider so much, this tune. First of 3 new entries, in at 4. Number 3. The great DJ Hype. Second highest new entry. Original Foundation EP, Ganja Records. Number 2, Full Cycle once again. They always have very high positions in the charts. Full Cycle, Soundboy. Clipz featuring Tally, up 1.
Mighty Rollers. Track Rewind.
Number 5, Dillinja, this is a warning, Valve. Down 4.
Track Rewind.
Number 4, Distorted Minds, Warrior or Formation. First of 3 new entries.
Track Rewind.
3, DJ Hype, Original Foundation, EP, Ganja Records. Second highest new entry.
Track Rewind.
Clipz featuring Tally, Soundboy, Full Cycle, up 1. New entry. No, that's up 1, but the highest new entry is... I think we've got the boys here.
Mighty Rollers. Number 1.
Hi, this is Paul, Total Science, and just a big and everybody up for buying a Pop Psychology EP. Look out for forthcoming releases on the label, Baron, Double Pack, and a Marky 12, the Friction EP that's out. Going to be touring the State Farm this weekend, back very shortly, making some more tunes. Big up Fabio and Groove. Hopefully you'll see us at number 1 soon, and not piss out of my head.
Yeah, right. The word chance would be a fine thing to bring to mind. I've got one word to say, Miami, that's all I'm saying. I can't believe he's still alive after that, to be honest. Number 1, Pop Psychology, Total Science on CIA. The highest new entry holding the crown at number 1. We have got about another 30 minutes. I tell you what, I'm going to get real sublime on you straight after this.
Okay, I'm psychology. You want to know what this is really about?
deep. 3 in a row. Someone said to me, sent me an email the other week saying, a friend of his said that drum and bass cannot be soulful. I am going to disprove that within the next 3 tracks. Check this out. It's Fabio's Radio 1. This is how we do. I feel like in bed, time to get real kind of dreamy and deep. Send this one out to the Groove Rider. Big shout to LTJ Bookham, also MC Conrad. Big shout to Bailey, Flight. Also shouting Joe. Rest of the Groove Connection crew. Big shout to Addiction. Big shout to DJ Carter. Big shout to all the Newcastle crew. All the crews down here in Poole. Big shout to Wayne. This is how we do.
To you with words of joy and cheer. Love's a message that I bring to you, and there's no reason to be mean and cruel. Spread love all over land. Every woman, girl, and boy and man, we can walk together hand in hand. This is a part of the master's plan. Nations fearing one another cause hate brings fear, oh yes it does. We can find ourselves a brighter day if you take it hard, the words I say. Spread love all over land. Every woman, girl, and boy and man, we can walk together hand in hand. This is a part of the master plan. Hand